News Network. And I'll wait a few minutes for people to show up. In the meantime, I'm rigging up a little microphone, so we'll see how this goes. All right. Whoever's here, let me know that you can hear me. And if you cannot hear me, I'll have to change some things. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? The reason that I'm asking is because I'm using a microphone. Okay. All right, good. If it cuts out or anything, just let me know. All right. Excellent. Thanks for being here. All right. It's Friday Night Live. Welcome to the Psychic News Network. We meet Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. What a long, strange trip it's been. Seriously. And it continues to get stranger. How is that possible? It just keeps getting weirder. Beautiful day today, yeah. Let's start with the good stuff. Chuck Schumer needs to step down like he told Biden. Yeah, we're going to read on him tonight. It's only the beginning of the end, yes, for the loser, the Orange Buffoon and company. I don't really have a stand for this microphone. Anyway, I'll do my best. As always. We have a lot to look at. Yeah, primary, the 10 Dems who voted with the Republicans, yeah. You mean for Al Green? Yeah. Okay, so last night was energetically, like, really intense. I don't know if you guys felt it, but I did. I got up way too early. I hate when that happens. Yes. Thank you for your support. I am of the opinion that things don't change until people are desperate. Maria couldn't sleep last night. I always do my best, Dale. Thank you. And Rose got her best night's sleep all week. That's good. That's good. Because, you know, we were talking about that, about how you have to figure it out. If you're having trouble sleeping, you have to kind of figure it out. I feel like my light is kind of bright here. Should we dim it down a little bit? Let's dim it down because it's nighttime. And I was just going to light a candle. This is the real truth, is that things don't change until it's down to the wire. I mean, not in a big way. So, I'm just reading what, I couldn't really read what you wrote. Okay, so, and when it comes to money, when it comes to survival, when you hit people in the wallet, when you hit people in their investments, when you hit people in their retirements that they worked decades to accrue, and their Social Security that they worked decades to accrue, when you hit people there, they're gonna hit back. It's just inevitable. And so what we see with this orange buffoon, Putin's puppet, you can almost just see like he's a marionette with, you know, Putin's just doing this and, you know, just making a total embarrassment of himself. I'm not even going to say of the United States, of himself on the world stage. And then, you know, we stand to lose everything. People wake up. They do. We've got many demonstrations going on. Tomorrow, Project 5051, 50501 is having 50 rallies in 50 states. This is the energy that we need. We have watched people that were reliably, for a long time, reliably pro-democracy Democrats. We have watched people, like, I wrote an article in Substack a while ago, and it was about how it's like we're living in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that old movie, the black and white one. I don't know if they did a remake of that. Where, you know, normal people were being, like, kidnapped by the aliens and replaced with clones of themselves, and it was very confusing. And that's what it feels like when people like Chuck Schumer do something really out of character. So Chuck is an alien. Yes, it's I think they're clones. Did you see Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Scary movie. I saw it such a long time ago, but I did write a Substack about it. The other day, was it last night or the night before? Oh, and by the way, while I'm thinking about last night, every single Thursday night we do a guided meditation for a healed America right here on this channel. And for 15 minutes we just kind of get together and chat, and then the second 15 minutes I lead you through a guided meditation. And the one that, oh, you should see that movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The one that we did last night, and these are all channeled guided meditations. The one that we did last night was specifically, if you were there, you know, about getting ourselves, our spirit selves, into the house, into the Capitol, into the place where Congress meets, into that room, and really send very strong, reinforcing energy to the Democrats. And we're starting to see, you know, the separation of the chaff from the wheat kind of thing. Because those who haven't been corrupted by, I want to just say fear and death threats, are standing up. And as far as Chuck Schumer goes, and I do want to read you an email from Seth Moulton so we can understand a little bit better what's going on. Like I said last night, I needed to understand better what's going on. I saw the flipping that the body snatchers snatched up Chuck Schumer back. Do you remember that night I was raging? I know, you got to kind of go back with the most recent one, or like yesterday's or the day before. It was a while ago. It was last year. It was before the election, and they had that Al Smith Catholic charity dinner fundraiser. That's traditional. They do it every year. And I was raging about the Catholics having Trump at that event. Like how inappropriate it was. How inappropriate it was. Oh, John liked the meditation last night. Good, good, good. Okay. Chuck Schumer at that Al Smith charity dinner, I was like, you know that feeling of you got punched in the gut? Because who you thought was reliable betrayed you right in front of your face? That's what it felt like. That's what that felt like. And you guys probably remember that. What are you saying about Mary Trump? Mary Trump cried today on her podcast. She was so sorry that she felt responsible for what? Do you remember that I said that I had a vision of Mary Trump taking, speaking of off the ledge, my daily thing, pulling her Uncle Trump off a cliff? I had a vision like that. So that Al Smith charity dinner, back, I think it was October, I watched Chuck Schumer acting bemused by the Donald. Can't she throw him instead? That's what I saw. That was a vision. Pulling him off a cliff. That was a vision that I had, that Mary Trump was pulling the Donald off of a cliff. So it was symbolic. Yeah, did you guys see that? I don't know if you remember that Al Smith dinner. Mary didn't know what to say to help us deal with the soul-crushing results. The thing about Mary Trump, I don't have anything against Mary Trump. I just recognize when people go too far down the road of, oh my God, we're all doomed. And it's understandable that, you know, for whatever reason, she does do that. You remember Electra Storm? Yeah, I was saying F the Catholic Church, and I really pissed some people off. Thank you for praying for one another. It's very, very sweet. So, I just want to read you a couple things in case you don't know. This is from Seth Moulton, my representative, because I just want to educate us. What is a CR? The continuing resolution extends current government funding through September. It essentially extends current spending levels until then, with some exceptions. The measure includes $22.8 billion in advance funding for the Toxic Exposures Fund to care for veterans exposed to burn pits, and freezing more than $20 billion in funding that was intended to help the IRS provide better customer service during tax season. I have said that before that bouncing from CR to CR is a terrible way to govern. This particular measure is even worse because it cuts funding that local communities rely on. Okay, so I'm just going to read to there for now. Notice that people like Jasmine Crockett and other Democrats are recording and posting videos explaining what's going on. So Chuck Schumer went ahead with it, which would mean, and feel free to put in the chat what you know about this. It would mean cutting funding to communities, to people that rely on this funding. It would cut funding to veterans. People are losing jobs like, you know, they're dropping like flies in terms of being fired. Okay, Hakeem Jeffries and Nancy Pelosi are not pleased with Chuck at all. We're gonna kind of look at that, but let's educate ourselves. I did watch a little bit of the veterans rally at Washington D.C. on 3/14, calling for Amendment 14. I like how they kind of flipped the numbers. Amendment 14, Section 3, to be put into effect. That's what it's there for. So Zerkan is saying the shutdown would close the courts. Yeah, sure, of course. So what's becoming very clear to the American people right now? Dad joke. Can February, March? No, but April, May. It wasn't a clean CR. Okay. Oh, 14/3/2025 is military dating. Yes, that's true. That's true. And 3/14, the way they flipped the numbers, that was great. So at the veterans rally, there were some really good speakers. Jessica Denson got it organized. She was great. I saw a bunch of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but definitely watch that. Go watch it on replay. The veterans are pissed. The people that work for the federal government are pissed. The banks are pissed. They are. I know you might not think that that's true, but the banks are pissed. The airlines are pissed. The anyone and like the construction businesses, everybody is pissed. All the people are pissed, and that includes the ones that voted for him. Yeah, so thank you for listing in the chat the different things that they would have signed off on. I will do my homework and I'll figure out, what needs to happen next. And we'll talk about it. This is what we used to do at Grassroots of Democracy, but I ended that for lack of interest. But I think people would be really interested in it now. So we'll give that some thought. Yeah, there are Democrats that are lily-livered. I have never heard that term, Maria. Lily-livered. It's hard to say. they're being issued death threats. Everybody is angry except, well, no, I can't even say except the billionaires, because they're angry that we're pushing back. And then after the meeting with Mark Rutte of the Secretary of NATO yesterday, it's like the Zelensky meeting wasn't enough, right? I'm just reading your comments, you're funny. Lily livered, it's just hard to say. The billionaires are mad because they're not, because we're pushing back and it doesn't look like they're going to get their way. Your brother still stands by the orange turd. Your brother is probably not very intelligent. He's lacking critical thinking. And just know on that topic that a lot of people that voted for Trump cannot admit that they were wrong in true narcissist fashion. So your brother just might be a narcissist. We're in a really interesting time because this is maybe the first time in history where we've faced a potential fascist regime takeover of our country headed by Putin. So before I get into the cards and the pendulum, I want you to know that yesterday that I did write a Substack, and I'm just going to show it to you so you know what it looks like, and you can go to Annette's Substack, and this is it. It's entitled, Dear Trump, Destroy America, Love Putin. I like to put everything in a nutshell version. And pay no attention to those MAGAs that still support the orange buffoon. Let's take a look. It's weird to have a microphone here. Let's take a look at the pendulum. Talk amongst yourselves. Here it is, I found it. Which percentage of the people that voted for the orange buffoon, wouldn't it be great if that had been on the ballot? Orange buffoon. What do you do if you're attacked by a clan of clowns? Go for the juggler. How many people that voted for the orange buffoon have flipped? 10% of the population that voted for him? 20% of the people that voted for him? I'm asking how many have flipped. 30% have flipped away from him. 30%, 40%. We're right at about 40% of the people that voted for the orange buffoon have flipped. That's substantial. I know we want it to be 100%, but that's pretty substantial when you consider they're all still watching faux news. You're talking about Mary Trump should let go? I did. I had a vision. I was like, what's that? I don't usually have visions like that. And the Donald came pummeling towards her, and she was at the edge of a cliff, and she just like took him over. She was fine in my vision. But we're going to read about Chuck Schumer. Thank you for being here. Please hit the thumbs up. When we have 200 thumbs up, we're going to do a group hug. You got a strong 50%. It's building. I mean, that's just at the current time. Because right now we're hearing talk of tariffs. We're hearing talk of really, retaliation from Canada. We're hearing talk of all that. I mean, the buffoon going after, picking a fight with our friends. I mean, that's enough to really make you want to punch somebody out. Trump came out today and said that CNN and MSNBC were illegal operations. He's trying to go full fascist. He's following the fascist playbook, as is Elon. As is, of course, Putin. They're following the playbook. And if you read Where'd On Tyranny go? I must have moved it. Read On Tyranny. I'm gonna read that over the weekend. Here it is. Because it's all in here. What they do it, how they do it, and what not to do is all in here. The orange buffoon is stupid as all hell. I mean, he's really, really stupid. As is Elon. But it doesn't mean that, he's not dangerous. He's extremely dangerous. With the MAGAs, the party of fascists and all those associated with them actually saying that this economy is all Joe Biden's fault. Don't think that that's going to work, because it's not. The orange buffoon is extremely medicated. You can feel it when you see him. Yeah. Don't think that people that voted for the orange buffoon aren't noticing that, gee, just a few weeks ago, what are we into, 8-10 weeks now? Just like 10 weeks ago, we were all doing great. We were flying on airplanes. We were going on vacations. I mean, everyone has their struggles at some point. Maybe not everybody was prospering, but a majority of the United States population were doing all right. And Biden was president. So that's really not going to work for them to, and then to listen to the orange buffoon saying, this economy is really, it's better, it's great, and then bashing our Canadians over the head. And honestly, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Osho deck, which I use off the ledge every day, about where we are, where the American people are with our democracy right now. Now, I want to tell you something else too. It feels good to fight back. It feels good to punch back. Metaphorically speaking, you know what I mean? It feels like it's very engaging and it's very healthy, and people would rather fight back, push back, and revolt than just sit there. And don't focus on the MAGAs that are still saying that they're all Trump, Trump, Trump. Think about how many years they invested in hating the libs. The Canadians have come together as a nation to beat up F-47. Fell in 34. 34 felons. Where the American people are right now, thinking about the possibilities. They've had it. The American people have had it because of the growing awareness. The growing awareness. I'm reading on the populists. We are doing things that help. Do you think, Suzanne, that we're not doing things that help? Go listen to the meditation we did last night. Go do that meditation from last night. I'm suggesting that you do, because we were sending some big mojo into that room where the voting happens. I'm sure that room has a name. I don't know what it is officially. The best you can do is donate $10 to the ACLU. Well, that's good. That's good. People get caught in this trap of thinking, oh, my $5 isn't going to add up to very much. It does. It definitely does. And you're counted. They log your donation. You're counted. Just like, yeah, I'm glad you do that. Just like when you call your representatives, they log those calls. So it's worth making the call. The American people, the populace right now is thinking about, how do we overthrow him? How do we get him removed? And there's talk of that now. I'm hearing a lot of talk of that now. We're done with him. The American people are done with him. Don't let anyone ever get away with going, well, we have to deal with this for the next 4 years. I say it all the time. Oh, well, in 2026, we'll vote him out. No. Project 2025 is a fascist manual. Removal. He needs to be removed. Amy liked the meditation last night. Yeah. I really sensed that it was powerful. So that's where we are. Awareness, bringing us to what's possible. Remove him. All right. I mean, I know it's a bad word, but I hate him. We hate him because he's hateful. Removing him in days. I like that. We'll look at it tonight too. But people are really... What does chat think about what happened today? But people have had it. People have had it. He must be removed. And that's the national conversation that has to happen. He's a danger to the world. He's threatening our allies. He's making up lies about other countries. And he's doing Putin's bidding. And like my article says, the most recent one on Substack that I published yesterday, a net Substack. Dear Trump, destroy America. Love Putin. We are the world. We are the children. Cheryl's putting that up there. Let's ask about Elon. Is Elon in legal trouble right now? Is he in legal trouble right now? Is Musk in legal trouble right now? Yes. Mercury goes retrograde shortly. Decertification must happen. Yes. Trump hates us. He hates everybody. Like that old Life cereal commercial. Let's get Mikey. He won't eat it. He hates everything. Trump hates everything. He hates life. What did the fish say when the bird swooped down? Duck! We hate him because he's hateful. And we're going to read on what happened in that meeting yesterday, because I had, and speaking of visions, I did talk to you all about that I had a, remember I said I had a vision of Putin with a huge megaphone, like a big, huge vision of a huge Putin with a huge megaphone blasting the White House. Destroy America! I was telling you that the other night. Destroy America! Well, and then yesterday I told you that I had that vision, and then later I had this really strong feeling that the message "Destroy America" had gotten scrambled, like a scrambled code or something, like a scrambled, like a computer code. And then, lo and behold, it was when Rutte was in the White House that I had that vision. But my sense, it wasn't that NATO is not weak. Let's not be thinking NATO is weak. NATO is feeling very devastated that they don't know. They've never encountered, probably none of those people ever, none of those world leaders ever in their lives, just like ourselves, have ever encountered a monster like the orange buffoon. And it's just hard to know what to make of it. But I was wondering if there's something going on there, if the message from Putin is being intercepted. Where the Kremlin's message is being intercepted. Okay, so it's kind of going around. So I probably don't have the right way to ask. Is NATO hip to information that Trump doesn't know they're hip to? Yes. Yes. You have a dad joke? Have at it. Thomas, someone else has a dad joke. It's okay with Thomas, I think. It gives him a little break. Yeah. NATO has information on the orange buffoon that the orange buffoon doesn't know that they have. And I get that he's kind of worried about it. You're getting the go-ahead on the dad joke. Thomas gave you the okay. He's handing the baton over. So what was that about that I saw the message from Putin to destroy America being scrambled? Like in an electronics kind of a way. You had a dream that they forcibly removed Trump. Yeah. What did the blind deer say to his customers? I have no idea. That's pretty good. All right, let me pick 3 cards. Let me do this. What's the Kremlin up to? That's what I'm looking at. We need 200 thumbs up to do a group hug. You succeeded with your dad joke. Good job. Oh, card's falling. Look out. All right. This is a big answer. Big answer. Yeah, up to no good, that's for sure. Pootie! I don't get that Vlad is feeling all that secure. And I've many times I've gotten that Putin is like a little bit befuddled. Because I also pick up that he doesn't know what NATO and the EU know either. I'm getting very strong messages that the Five Eyes and the International Criminal Court and the EU and NATO have way more intelligence that the Kremlin than the Kremlin knows about. Okay, so this is Putin, the Kremlin. Having some financial strains, I'm really associating this with losing, sanctions and stuff. They're losing I feel like Putin is losing his economy, what's left of it in Russia. The Knight of Wands, this is Elon. I keep getting that Putin is angry at Elon. Putin is he's very upset that things aren't happening. I always got that the plan was to demolish democracy in one fell swoop. It's kind of like the thing with Ukraine in a certain way, because Putin wanted to just decimate Ukraine and steal it in like 3 days, and now it's 3 years later. Putin expected to get in there and take down our democracy by now. But he's kind of coming up short thanks to us. And now he's in a state of not really knowing what to do. But I feel like he's mad at Elon. Is there another rocket going up? Putin should have learned it doesn't work that way, but he's not learning. I think it's that obsessive greed, that overwhelming, insatiable greed that does this. That does this to their brains. And then the Five of Cups. This is all about loss. The Five of Swords. And the Five of Pentacles. Five of Swords. This is about Putin. It's not comfortable right now for him. And the Six of Wands. I feel like this is NATO. 6 strong NATO countries coming together. That didn't look too strong for Putin. And the other night when I read on it, I saw that he was really wanting to do some deals with our enemies. Like, remember I said colluding Putin the other night? But they weren't. It wasn't very appealing to them, his ideas. What did you say about a spaceship? Elon's rocket just took off, going to get the stranded astronaut on the space station. Are you talking about SpaceX is going to get the astronauts? Let me know if that's what is going on. That's correct? Right now? Sheesh, are you watching it? Dad joke, I'm so mad I can't remember how to write 1, 1000, 51, 6, and 500 in Roman numerals. I'm livid. Whoa, all right, well, let's ask this. Is it SpaceX? Good Lord, I'm almost afraid to look. Is it Elon sending the rocket up to get the astronauts? Is that going to succeed? Well, you guys, I have a no. Rubio is backing up Trump mission to take over Canada. Sad, so concerning. Everybody, just take a deep breath. We're not going to invade Canada, and I know that we've had many instances where we've said, "Oh, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. That's too outrageous." I understand that. But there's no benefit, and the people that are losing money, it's mostly impacting the red states, because like Kentucky bourbon and Jack Daniels, and the Canada's pulled all those products off their shelves, and that hits the red states more than anybody. Plus the people that love Jack Daniels. When I was a drinker, that was my favorite. You can see why I quit. Okay. Is it going to succeed? I'm getting it's not going to succeed. We have to realize how powerful we are. We really do. I talked about that on Off the Ledge today. Now, I had asked Kathy Beale, I texted her to see if she had any specific questions, and I just want to see what she said. She got special privileges. We're going to read on the impact of the Veterans March today. Okay. We're going to read some Kathy Beale questions. We were going to do a show this week, but I had kind of a rough week, so we didn't. I'm fine, but I just couldn't. I couldn't muster the energy to do it. But we'll do a show eventually. The impact of the Veterans March. We're going to pull some cards about that. When do we find out if that SpaceX rocket reached the astronauts? Is it National Pie Day? Thank you for telling me. I had no idea. I better go get a pie. It's too late to make one. 3 cards about the Veterans March today. What did that accomplish? I don't know how many people showed up. Go to a rally. Can we dump Rubio to Cuba? We should read on him tonight. Oh yeah. The Veterans March is bringing the judgment out. It's making very clear, and they were saying it too, that he's a puppet for Putin. Today is Albert Einstein's birthday. Yes, thanks for letting us know. I'm trying to think of my favorite Einstein quote. It'll come. Einstein said something to the effect, and I learned this from Wayne Dyer, the most important question to ask yourself in life is, do you believe you live in a friendly universe or a not friendly universe? Because I'm just adding to that can make all the difference in your life. There are about 600 to 700 in DC who march. Will need more. That'll build. I mean, today I was just sort of getting the sense of protests are going to be the American way. Yeah, he's a Russian asset. Yeah, clearly. Oh, that was Einstein that said the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. That's true. Very true. As far as the Veterans March, I see a lot of mostly like female Democrats getting on board with helping the veterans to get what they need. Not that the men won't, but this Jessica Denson would be, I feel like that's Jessica Denson. And this is another really powerful woman too that was present. And the judgment card is here. So, yeah, make your reality happy. It's really important to decide, do I live in a friendly universe or an unfriendly universe? And then we can kind of watch our lives go in that direction. And he was really speaking, Einstein was speaking, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. He was kind of speaking of the way that energy works. So as far as the protests go, they will continue. The people are not backing down. I got to get my song out there. I didn't hear back from 5051, like I wanted to. But the protests, there'll be plenty of protests to join. I don't know how long it took to stop the Vietnam War, but I don't think it was like a week of protests. Yeah, Harry Dunn was there, one of the Capitol Police. Okay, so that's the impact of the Veterans March. Okay, we're going to read on Rutte's NATO response to his meeting with Trump. If you watched any of that, and if you did watch any of that shit show, another one in the Oval Office with Rutte, and not for anything, but sitting right in front of them on this little table, there's I don't know what it is. There's a square looking thing that's all gold that says Trump on it. I mean, it was bad enough he turned the lawn into a Tesla showroom. But he's got in the Oval Office, he has this big, I don't know what it is. It looks like a book, but it's a gold block and it says Trump on it. Can you imagine Biden doing that? No, we can't. What is that thing? It is pathetic. He is such a... Alright, I'll be good. I'll be nice. We need more thumbs up or we won't be able to do a group hug. Just saying. Did Mark spray some Lysol for the smell? So we're gonna read on. When I watched that, and I did stand to watch some of it. It was as bad. It was as bad as a meeting with Zelensky. It was as bad. Biden has honor. Biden has dignity. You know, everybody has more dignity than the orange buffoon. Yeah. So can't wait for NSL opening this week. They're having a field day. The comedians are having a field day. When I was is it Rutte? I don't know how he says his last name. Rutte. I'm going to say Rutte. When Mark Rutte was sitting there, bearing witness to this total debacle of a clown show, when the orange buffoon was saying things like, what did he say? Did he say I invaded LA? He invaded LA. Now, Putin has many doubles. Someone's asking if he's on the earth. He has many doubles. And Mark Rutte was sitting there looking like he was about to have a laughing attack that he was trying to subdue. He also really looked like he was trying not to have a laughing fit. And there were a couple of times that I belly laughed at how just ridiculous the orange buffoon is. It's not funny, but we do have to laugh sometimes. And speaking of Mary Trump, I mean, that's the thing that I think it's hard for her to pull back because she's so close to it. It's probably hard for her to pull back and see a different perspective. I mean, I was watching her last night and I had to turn it off. Mark is known as a Trump whisperer. Can he whisper for him to quit? I think that already happened. I think Obama and Biden whispered to the orange buffoon to quit. But I think he was too indebted at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Jimmy Kimmel showed Dumpy selling Teslas. Yeah, he put an R at the end. So dumb. Mark Rutte. Okay, so this is what I might be right about the scrambling of the Putin message that was blasting into the White House. We're getting there. We're getting there to the quota. 200 thumbs up. Because as far as Mark Rutte goes, and I have all major arcana here, I have NATO is cleverly making a plan. You love Mary Trump, but can only watch for a minute. Yeah, it's the pessimism. I can't handle that much pessimism. And she's great. I love her. Don't take that the wrong way. In these times that we're in, it's really important that we end the day with. I watch reruns of Golden Girls. I watch reruns of Bob Newhart. What do you watch reruns of? I mean, it just feels like so frivolous and like dumb for me to watch those things. But then if I belly laugh, then I'm good, right? So if you have trouble going to sleep because you're too worried about everything, put on an old silly sitcom. You know, there's some really good old ones. Unfortunately, they're all very old. Because, I don't know, then reality TV came along. But anyway, back to NATO. Yeah, they have something to work with. Kids baking shows? I don't know if they're funny. Maybe they are funny. Whatever makes you laugh. It was a metaphor. That's what I meant, Electra Storm. The metaphor, when, you know, your guides do the same thing. Whose line is it anyway? That's my mom's favorite right now. That is a funny show. What Rutte walked away from that meeting with was a very stark awareness of how much the orange buffoon doesn't know what he's talking about. He's really, really, really dangerous. And then Rutte walked away with a plan for our allies that I'm gonna douse on our allies too. How bad our relationships have been damaged. This is about saving the world from nuclear annihilation. I'm gonna say it again. What we're up against, and what NATO knows, and the European Union knows, and everybody knows, and I know we don't talk about this, is that we have to prevent nuclear annihilation. I wish I was kidding. It's that serious. So, and surrendering to this is the hangman feels good to me because it feels like now they're not wondering anymore. Now, David Pacman is negative too. No, it's good that you put that up there. I'm just saying. He's another pessimist. It's hard for me to watch him. NATO, they know they have to do something, but they kind of have their work cut out for them now. It's very clear. I mean, the orange buffoon might as well have just said it right out loud, and he could have. He might have, and I might have missed it. I'm doing this for Putin, right? Yeah, we don't want to think about nuclear war. We put it in the back of our minds, but we live every day. Every human being on this planet lives every day with the threat of being completely annihilated. And that's what NATO and the European Union have on their minds too. All of us should have that on our minds. Yeah, David Pacman can be pessimistic. And I'm not bad-mouthing these people. I'm just saying my way of taking in the news is more like late night. Especially during these times. So, yeah, now they know. So they can let go, and NATO can let go of any wondering about what's going on. Now they know. And someone was asking, was it literal, the image that I saw of the Putin's megaphone over the White House? No. It's like when we do guided meditations, like those visualizations that we do. But I definitely saw the message getting scrambled. You get the news you need on the Weather Channel? Really? Yeah. The orange buffoon even wants to, just speaking of weather, it's a complete wipeout of our entire system. It's so obvious this is Putin's demand. Right? Totally obvious. And that's what Mark Rutte walked away with. Just absolute clarity. Thank you for the $5 donation. I kind of missed who put that up. Yeah. Wow. I have tea. He needs to go today, absolutely. So let's pull 3 cards about what Rutte is going back to NATO with. I kind of just read on that. So let me rephrase the question. What will they do next? NATO has a plan. Yeah, and it looks to me like the plan became very, very clear yesterday. Read Thomas's dad joke. It's kind of a long one. Okay, so what's NATO and the EU going to do next? I mean, Trump is sitting there like going, everybody's ripping us off. Everybody's ripping us off. To which I reply, project much? Who's the biggest rip-off in the world ever? In world history? They're not all ripping us off. And not for anything, but NATO came to our aid. The only time that their NATO agreement was put into effect was after 9/11. You heard Ukrainian soldiers are surrounded by Russians? I don't know what you mean by that. So what are they going to do next? So my question is, what is NATO going to do next now that they have their work cut out for them even way more clearly about like, this orange buffoon is like gonzo. A gonzo Putin puppet. Yeah, they'll give us grace once he's gone. They know this is Putin's doing. So what NATO and the EU are going to do is take down the emperor. Because NATO and the EU together are very, very strong. They're taking down the emperor. They're using the law to take down the emperor. Happy St. Patrick's Day early. Yes, Monday. Bring your green beer on Monday. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I think Kathy had one more question. Let's see. Are we nearing the event that will trigger removal? I felt that very strongly today. What are you listening to, Maria? Per radio report, Ukraine will lose the war? What? Per a report on radio show, the Ukrainians may lose the war? That's a little bit like like saying it, this week it might rain. You know what I mean? Yes, the orange buffoon. It sounds like propaganda, right? Critical thinking. Let's all use our critical thinking. Okay. Yeah, Maria, can you bring up the vibe a little bit? Are we nearing the event that will trigger the removal? I really feel like it's close. I feel like... Yeah, by the way, Maria, if it hits you in the gut, turn it off. It's designed to do that. It's not healthy. She's laughing. I definitely feel that today. I feel like we're nearing the time where he's going to be removed because he's a danger to the world. The orange buffoon alone is a danger to the world, and then you add there's a madman. There are 2 madmen that are leading, and all their demonic minions, that are really taking the world off of a cliff, right? Yeah, critical thinking required, right? I can't even believe that we're here. I mean, that we're in the place that we are. Yes, hold out hope. There is hope. This is hope. Hope, and when I look at it, the likelihood that he's going to be removed grows with each passing minute. But let's pull some cards on it. Yeah, pay attention to that punch to the gut feeling and turn it off when you get that. That doesn't help even if it was real. It doesn't help because it lowers your energy vibrational frequency. And I want to tell you something about the vibrational frequency right now on the planet. Oh, thanks for reminding me we need hugs. I almost forgot. Warren used to do that for me. Then I'd get annoyed. Even if we get that punch to the gut feeling, we have to recognize that that's a cue for us to go to our empowering thought. Every day holds the possibility of a miracle. And just so you know, my Off the Ledge series that I'm doing daily is to get us on that right trajectory of thinking. If we see something that makes us feel defeated, then that's a call for us to do something so that we're not defeated. It's in the interest of the entire world that the United States doesn't go down in a crash, like the stock market's doing right now. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. Are we nearing the end? Are we not the end of the world? Are we nearing the end of demons running our country into the ground? Thank you, Rose, for putting out my information. Thank you to all of you who donate. All of you who send checks. I'm a little bit behind on thank you, so thank you. We'll do a group hug after this. It does look like we're nearing the end of this because I see the King of Swords. This is a strong man stepping up to take action. 4 of Wands, we need to protect our, we need to be protected. We need to protect ourselves, and that's the King of Swords, which is the sword of truth. Let me ask if this is Mark Rutte. Is it Mark Rutte? Wow, I'm getting a yes on that. Yeah, make no mistake about what we're dealing with. This is evil. This is the demonic evil. This is that. What are you saying here? The Ukrainians are doing well. Russia sent in men to battle with wooden weapons. They had to buy and the North Korean soldiers defected, a lot of them. Yeah, so this looks like a yes when it's like, are we nearing the time when he's taken out, when he's removed? The king demon and all his band of demons removed. And last night during our meditation, we envisioned a white, like a lasso, tying them all up in a band of white light. Monsters are in the beds and in closets, and if you scream, they'll run away. Yeah. This is the plan is being made to remove him. It's demonic because the demonic is real. I hate to talk about it, but I think that people need to know that it's real. Maybe we can airdrop holy water on the White House. We kind of do that in our visualization. And one night we visualized waves of white light going in and cleansing the White House. Just do it. It can't hurt, right? It can only help. Let's do a group hug. And in our group hug, and I have tea leaves tonight too, if we'll get to them. I think we'll get to them. My tea's looking a little bit, like chafe. We'll get to the tea leaves. We're going to do a group hug that all the rallies that are going on, the veterans rally, that they're making a difference, that they get really fast, strong, robust momentum, and that this works, and that we start to get excited to be the revolution. This is a time that's never happened in American history where we have to fight a fascist regime. We have to stop them. It's a big gig. All right, and we'll hold in our group hug all those who are struggling, especially all those that are afraid of losing everything. And the good news is, by the way, a federal judge demanded that the federal workers get their jobs back. I always kind of felt that that was going to happen soon. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Group hug. Feel the rallies. Feel the people rising up. Especially right now, all the rallies that are planned, and they're all safe and protected, not violent. Feel that Palestinian man, I don't know his name, being freed, that was detained by ICE. And for all those people that are afraid, that they know that we have each other's backs. All right. Gotta come together. And in that group hug, I know it's over now, but Durante, okay. I don't know who that is. It's too much news. I mean, it's like popcorn news. It's just pop, 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 right? It's really hard to keep up. Felt the hug. Last dad joke. Was it the Romans who invented Vaseline, or was it ancient Greece? Where's my bell? This bell is for all of you. Okay. Seems like there was something else I had to ask. I think we need to read on Elon. I heard I said Elon and I heard the word crash. So much news, so little time. Please make sure you check out Off the Ledge. I would love to see that up to at least 1,000 people watching Off the Ledge. It's no obligation. Just watch it and it will keep your thoughts straight. Sort of. Elon. Oh, as far as Rubio goes, I'm not going to pull cards on him tonight just because of it's getting late. This video is going to get too long. But I don't see Rubio staying in his position. I don't. And I don't see Carolyn Levitt staying in her position either. And it's not that the others are going to stay in their positions, but I'm just picking out those couple. They're not going to stay in their positions. Rubio is walking a tightrope right now. Elon. I kind of feel this energy of bribery with Elon right now. I'm not really sure what that's about. Let me ask. He's trying to bribe. I'm picking up that Elon is trying to bribe Trump to do something, but Putin is the person who's directing it. And he's in a conundrum. I feel like, is it true? Is Putin mad at Elon? I just heard Putin's mad at everybody. Is Putin mad at Elon? It might be something. Okay, is Putin frustrated with Elon right now? He's frustrated with Elon. Is it because he's not taking down America fast enough? Oh yeah. Putin wants America taken down really fast. I don't think Putin's formula is working too well when it comes to getting these things done fast. With Crimea, it worked. In Georgia, it kind of worked. But anyway, Elon. There's bribery going on, attempts at bribery going on, but the two of Swords is like, but kind of like stuck too. And the page, that's because they're under investigation. Elon's under investigation. So that's jamming up the works. And I did say the other day, remember I was talking about how the Orange Buffoon was masterful and has been masterful at playing the courts, but that's turning back around on him. Delay, put snags in the works, put speed bumps in the works, slow down the judicial process, but it is backfiring. Dear Lord, may Musk and his Tesla sink lower than a frog hibernating in mud in the winter. Jack will come and get Elon. Yeah, I don't know. Jack Smith, I've never felt like is out of the picture. Behind the scenes. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Oh, what a beautiful compliment. I appreciate it. I love being with you all. I love that we can vent here. Just being together is, everything's energy. We can feel each other's support. If you are a member, you're welcome to a course called 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt. It's running now through Palm Sunday. Don't miss it. And I'm pre-recording those as I'm pre-recording also Off the Ledge every day. Release religious guilt. It will change your life. All right. It's working. I'm hearing it's working. I'm just doing my part. And I know you're all doing yours. Let's look at some tea leaves, shall we? What else do I want to tell you? Church of Spirituality is every single Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. PM, of course. Yeah, so we have that lunar eclipse, and then we have a solar eclipse on the 29th. I was really stunned at how fast things were going today in the news. I want everybody to imagine, promise me, I want everybody to imagine Donald Trump removed from the White House. Promise me you'll imagine it. He's removed. How cathartic would that be? And then, there was, by the way, that Representative Larson, see, it's so hard to keep up with all the news, who screamed at the top of his lungs about Elon Musk not showing up to prove all this fraud ridiculousness. That was good. Okay. Representative Larson, where is he from? Check that out if you want to be inspired. It was just like, go, go, go. You tell him. We need a lot more of that. Connecticut? Yeah, awesome. Can tell he's a New Englander. So much more to talk about, but, we do have to end eventually. I see a fish here. See that fish? That's Pisces. That's all that Piscean energy. This is the coming together. You like my turkey feather? This is the coming together in the sign of Pisces that's happening right now. This is underwater submarines. I feel that the European Union has some underwater kind of stuff going on. I mean, literally under the ocean, which is great. This looks like a healing hand, the hand of God. That looks like the divine hand. There's a divine hand at work. And this looks like the orange buffoon. He keeps showing up in the tea leaves. It looks like the orange buffoon is running. He's... I'm sorry, do you see it? This is hilarious. The orange buffoon is running away. That's his head, and he's trying to run away. But he's getting caught up in all his lies and all his, negativity. You see it? Oh, tea leaves. You never know what you're going to find, but that's the hand of God. The hand of God is upon him to take him out of the picture. Looks like a witch on a broom. Yeah, could look like, but he's a big, thick guy. It's right there in the tea leaves. He's a fatty. Yeah. And there's a snake. There's a snake here too. Kind of a snake. But yeah. This is the orange buffoon running scared, and the hand of God is doing its work. Yeah. Wow. I'm glad you could hear me. I do have a microphone tonight. A friend of mine gave me a microphone that he had lying around. Seems like it's working okay. Yeah. It's a lot. I want everybody, well, not only to promise me that you're going to visualize the orange buffoon and all his band of demons being physically removed, but to also take care of yourselves. The weather's getting warmer in the northern hemisphere here. I am so grateful to be able to go out and take a nice long walk every day. That's kind of a luxury that I have. Eat well, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, rice, just really make a concerted effort to be healthy. Is he tripping over his feet? Okay, I just am getting that message so strongly. When we're stressed, our body actually produces toxic chemicals, and we don't want that, all right? So, I know you can do it. Manifestation works. Read the book In the Magic Shop by James R. Doty, D-O-T-Y-M-D. Thank you for that. All right, get outside. Go to a rally. Love you all, and we'll see you soon. Make sure you check out what I'm offering in between every day. Namaste. Bye. You're awesome.